So the first thing I want to talk about is this Last of Us 2 situation. Even more than I already have. I have never seen a company go from so highly regarded and just go straight down into the bottomless pit of companies that have injected political nonsense into their games, into their things, just in general, because it happens in almost every medium at this point, and just soil all of their reputation that they have built up to this point. The main issue here, take the fact that I didn't really, fall in love with the original like a lot of people did, and let's focus on just the ethics of this game. You inject a bunch of political nonsense into it that nobody wanted, force people to play as characters they don't like. You have someone as despicable as Anita Sarkeesian working on your game, where all she wants to do is to inject her own ideology into this game that she has no business being part of. And then, of course, you have these gaming journalists, I say that again with humongous quotes, saying, well, why did it get bad review scores? Well, why? Why is it getting bad reviews and review scores? We gave it all 100 out of 100, a 10 out of 10, perfect scores. It's one of the greatest games of all time, according to us. Why is that? Where have I seen something like this before? Oh yeah, The Last Jedi. Oh yeah, Ghostbusters 2016. Two other things that were completely driven by political ideology and franchises that people love being destroyed by people that just don't give a shit about what they are working on and don't respect the actual original characters, don't respect the franchise, don't respect the fan base. And of course, talking about that, you have the director indirectly throwing passive aggressive comments like, oh, if you don't like this, then you're a istafo. Like, this is why I hate politics. I hate it. I said in my very first gaming news video that my number one thing about politics is I don't give a single flying fuck about it. Just don't force it. And like I said, now they're forcing it, so now I have to care because I don't want this. I don't want this in gaming. This has nothing to do with gaming. Don't force it onto us. I feel bad for people that were genuinely excited for this game. I really do. Honestly, the only saving grace for this game is the memes. The memes have been insanely good. They have been fantastic. They've made light of such a horrible situation. Like, to be quite honest, especially if you've seen the leaks, it definitely it'll save your sanity. These memes will save your sanity from this game, from hearing about these leaks. Because, like I said in my original video, the leaks were bad. And I knew it was going to be bad. But the reality is even worse than what I thought and the leaks combined. This game is a disaster. I can't believe that the same people that made Crash Bandicoot made The Last of Us 2. What a fall from grace. I can't even see myself buying another Naughty Dog game ever again after this nonsense. Especially if we're going to continue doing this. Oh, hell no. I'm interested to see how the rest of this turns out, especially in terms of the sales. And once people actually, get started on their own individual reviews from actual people, like I said. Because, again, the review scores, knew that was going to happen. Which is why I said in my first video, I knew this game was going to get 100, 100, 100, nonstop across the board. Because it has this nonsense in it. That's what happens nowadays. If you have nonsense in your game, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100. That's all you're going to get. That's all you're going to get. Let's not even talk about gameplay. Let's not talk about the controls, the mechanics, what it brings new to the table in terms of gameplay innovation. No, just ideology, 100, instant. And is one of the many reasons why I do not take gaming journalism seriously and never will. And then they have the gall to blame the review bombing on Russian bots. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? Is that what we're doing now? Where have I seen this before? Oh yeah, The Last Jedi. You know, it's really bad. You know, your situation and your thing is really bad when I have to compare it to a situation like that, but that's just how bad it is. This is going to be The Last Jedi of video games. I'm saying it right now, as if it already hasn't been said. This is a complete disaster. The fans deserved better on this game. Okay, fuck my opinion on the first game. Just the fact that you guys got a sequel to a game that you guys love, and it's just this. It's completely unacceptable and just a slap in the face to everybody that loved the original. If you like the game, fine, okay, I don't get it, but you're entitled to like things. I am not the end all be all when it comes to anything. I hope that, you know, my viewers, they listen to what I say and make their own judgment based on the evidence that I provided and the evidence that they might, you know, go out and search themselves. I'm not the end all be all. If you like the game, that's fine. If you disagree, that's fine. But the fact of the matter is that Last of Us 2 is not the game you deserve. And this is why I will not be getting a PS5, because Sony continues this censorship policy and just this insane double standard that they have towards the Japanese games against The Last of Us 2. Just a recent example, another recent example. Again, it's kind of happening at like almost the same time of year almost too, which is even funnier. But this game called Aokana For Rhythm Across the Blue is getting censored on PS4 and actually may be digital only. It was announced that the Switch version would be uncensored because, of course, this is 2020. So stupid. Anyways. And it was getting a physical release. And this was brought to the table by the company itself that was actually going to be localizing the game. So this is their quote. "We have recently received many requests for clarification around the potential scene modification on our upcoming visual novel release, Aokana For Rhythm Across the Blue. These changes apply to the PS4 version only and contain amendments to a selection of images in the text and text found in the game. This includes 4 scenes which have been modified and 3 scenes which have been removed completely. Many thanks to our fans and community for their continued support." First off, huge shout outs to PQ for being transparent, open, and honest about what was going on and telling us, you know, the down low of what was going to happen with this game as regards to, you know, censorship versus like the PS4 and other versions. Very good information right there. But again, my main thing, like I said, for the PS5 reveal was to show me that they cared about Japanese games. And I guess I'll tell you my quick thoughts on the PS5 reveal. It had some interesting games, yeah. It felt like they were, you know, playing to my love of 3D platformers a little with that Little Big Planet Yoshi's Island edition, but there was really nothing of what I wanted in that conference. And I was hoping Sony would possibly understand that, you know, their own hypocrisy of censoring Japanese games versus something as insane as The Last of Us 2 and the scene they have in that game, completely, you know, just let it all ride because that game supports your ideology. I was hoping they do that. Like I said, I have been with Sony for so damn long, and it's gonna be weird if I actually do end up getting a Series X, because that will be the first time ever I choose to buy an Xbox system and not a Sony system. But that just seems how it's going, because at this point there's really nothing that I want the PS5 for. That's the thing about this censorship stuff, right? The games that they are releasing, they have released on the PS4, most of them, save for a few, and I mean a very few, I didn't like. I thought they were really boring, and the games that I knew I would have fun with, knew that weren't going to be boring, they get censored. So it's like, I can't even enjoy playing on the system that I own, because all the games that I know I'm going to like or potentially are going to like are going to get affected due to Sony censoring it for me. Like, it's just so frustrating to have to be worried about a game getting edited and censored on a system that I want to like to play on. I thought they would improve, but it seems like they're just gonna continue this through the PS5 and however long it takes them to get the point. But I don't see them changing that, especially when they're making games like Last of Us 2. On a lighter note, I guess, new Pokemon Snap is coming to the Switch. Now, this reveal was pretty funny, simply due to this game looking about 5, 10, 20, 100,000 times better than that shitty ass Sword and Shield game that we just got. Like, how funny is it that it's like an entirely other company that doesn't even own Pokemon, it doesn't even work on Pokemon, to make a game that visually looks like something that Pokemon fans actually deserve. I just thought that was really funny. As far as the actual game goes, it really makes Game Freak look like a complete joke. At this point, it's just, yeah. So there's that. But I am glad that Pokemon fans are getting this though, because I've heard nothing but great things about the original Pokemon Snap on the N64. I personally haven't played it. I know a lot of my friends, they've played it, they loved it, so I know they're hyped for this, especially. But for me, it's great that Pokemon fans, and just fans in general, can actually get something that they actually deserve from a quality standpoint. And, you know, visually looks good, but we'll see, you know, what the actual game, you know, delivers on. Because, like I said, there always has to be something with all these games these days. It's just, unfortunately, how it is. But we'll see if it just comes out. We'll see if it's like a oh my god, can't believe I said that. We'll see if it's like a Jedi Fallen Order situation where we're worried, but it actually turns out to be good. Maybe I'm just overreacting here. Probably will be good. We'll see though. This one definitely hurts me the most. No Straight Roads has been delayed, but not by that much though. Apparently, due to what's going on right now, it's getting delayed until late summer. The director actually came out on Facebook and said that retailers will actually be putting in a placeholder date of August 31st of this year, but that's just a placeholder date, and it could come out significantly earlier than that. It's just a placeholder. I'm glad they're really taking their time with it, because they really need to, you know, make a splash with this first game. I have very high anticipation, very high expectations for this game, and just let me tell you about this. Like, this is a rhythm action platformer hybrid game that just looks so much fun. Like, this is my most anticipated game of this year. At least that's been announced, of course. But this game looks like it can really be something special. And I really do hope that it comes out and it's just, you know, amazing. Everything that I want it to be. So yeah, that's it for this edition of Gaming News. Hope you enjoyed. And tell me your thoughts on the Last of Us 2 situation, the new Pokemon Snap, Aokana getting censored, and maybe No Straight Roads. And the last thing I have to say is directly to a certain individual, Neil Cuckman. Only thing I have to say: the fuel for the fire inspires, and we're the fighters. And you've got maniac desires. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Alright, I'm going to do my best Last of Us 2 impression. Here we go. Okay, got him. Alright, who you want some? Oh, I missed. Oh, there we go. Got him. Okay. Oh, another one. Here we go. Okay. All right. Oh, there's another one. One more. Keep missing. Gotta space it really well. There we go. All right. No mocap required.